he's still a valuable piece to have on this roster.
And the starting lineup for the Nets. They've got Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Domantas Sabonis, and it's the Beast in at point guard. And for Washington, we've got George, and it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard. Just about halfway through the season, Grant. Which half of the season went quicker for you, the first or the second?
You know, B.A. After all the anticipation, the first half just goes by in a hurry. In the second half, you are in a rhythm, so the games can blend into one. So I'm going to be a politician. The answer is both.
Now here's Doncic. Young with the double team. The Beast, good.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
And Washington with possession. Outside Young. Lets the three fly. The rebound by the Nets. Pass to the Beast. And we're about a minute into the first. And Sabonis gets it to go.
Yeah, this is Sabonis in his zone. He makes scoring in the paint seem almost effortless.
And Young, here we go. Here's Riley. Washington again can't hit.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
The Beast passes to Antetokounmpo. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And he lobs it up top. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
Throw it up to the rim and let Giannis hammer it home. Never a bad idea.
Washington has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Outside Hardaway. George outside. Pass to Hardaway. There's Young with the three. Gets the three to fall.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's the Beast. You know, his offensive production has certainly been there, averaging 32 a game.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mind. Set an even stronger finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Now here's George. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Pass to Timmerman. Fires for three. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the 76ers put on a show. He finished with 30 points and moved the ball well, feeding the hot hands. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Thanks, Allie. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. So for Washington, Sarr comes in for George, and Moody is subbed in for Hardaway. Brooklyn making a switch here. Back to Young. He takes it in, and rejected. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Josh Hart's checked in for Brooklyn. And there's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Pass to the Beast. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And Tim, you played your longest stretch with this Washington franchise. How hungry are these fans for sustained success?
Yeah, there's been some lean years and unfortunately only one banner. Going back to 1978, they are committed to a rebuild in hopes of better times ahead.
The Wizards trail by 6. Left side, Young. Outside, Moody. Back to Young. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Dimon.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Oh, trying his luck from deep. Timmerman grabs the miss. And for the Wizards, they're shooting an unremarkable 30% in the first. Pass to Sarr. The three ball. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
And when Young is running your offense, you're in good hands. Trey is great at getting everyone involved.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Inside, here's the beast. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
You've got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. Nets out in front, leading by 3. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
On the floor for Brooklyn, Torrey out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Josh Hart, then it's Dimon.
Hey viewers, StreamBoo.com.
Ankle breaker to help create space for a shot.
Now here's Doncic. 14 points his last outing. That one goes. Count it.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pass to Sarr. They set the screen. He's checked in for Hall. And the Nets making a change here. Washington shooting their first free throw of the night. And Sarr, no good on that one. All right, Tim, let me get your thoughts on this NBA rule change. End of quarter heaves don't count toward a player's three-point percentage.
I love it. My paycheck directly reflected my shooting percentage. So we've seen players purposely let that thing go a split second after the horn. I think we should encourage guys to try to make that shot.
Nothing better than the false hustle, let it fly after the buzzer went off. Not anymore, though.
Absolutely. Very, very true.
Here's Singleton. Following the bucket by Brooklyn. 5 on the clock. George, good. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pass to Dimon. Here's the beast. Driving inside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Young. 5 points in the game. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, BA. Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people gotta say. I know what I do. Back to you guys.
Tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Here's the beast. Following the three-pointer by Washington. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And there's the lob, and finished off by Sarr.
And when it comes to assists, Young is on another level. He's got such a gift for feeding his guys.
Here's the Beast, guarded by Young. The Beast, good.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Tim, you look at his career rate of assists per game. Trae Young, one of the most prolific passers ever to lace him up.
Yeah, B.A., despite the fact that he's known for shot making, it's his vision that sets him apart, and it's the reason you want the ball in his hands.
Here's the Beast. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And here's Doncic outside. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. Outside Young. .103 left in the first half of this one. The layup misses. Antetokounmpo with it. He's picked up by Hardaway. Got a hand on it. For 3, George knocks down the long K. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
The Beast. It's rebounded by George.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
X, backhand index pointing right. My username is Dmatrix.
Well, his poor shooting hasn't helped them much, but you can't point the finger solely at him for why they're behind.
A guard that can truly do it all. Doncic has tremendous power.
Looking to get it going. George passes to Sarr. There's Young with the 3. That one is off. And so it's Brooklyn leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. Tipping off halftime, let's start things off with a look at the All-Star voting.
Well, these are very early returns, but even so, you can see who the fans are excited to see play.
A lot of these guys deserve the votes, but there's some big names missing. Come on, America.
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Wizards.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close.
And that's it for halftime.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Brooklyn leading by 6. We've got Trae Young, and it's George in at the power forward. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. Picked by Sabonis to the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sabonis has got his second basket.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
The steal. And they're pushing it up. The shot's good. And the Nets lead by 10.
Yeah, big man in the open floor. It's got to feel good for DeMontis.
Hardaway finds Young. George in the post. Antetokounmpo's there. Fearless from Young inside.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. Trey, Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability, unquestionably, the best we have ever seen at the center position.
never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will either.
Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Young. The Beast passes to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Gotta appreciate the decisiveness of Giannis. Rolling with purpose after setting the screen.
The Wizards trail by 12. George, a screen on Doncic. George outside. Pass to Riley. Young with a screen on Reeves. Clock at 6. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Tip! And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Here's the Beast, guarded by Young. Here's the Beast. 20 points for him. Sinks the tray. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Timmerman, down low. Here's Young. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
Free throws good. Young.
And that's something that makes Young unique. His ability to really pile up the numbers offensively in both scoring and assist totals.
The Wizards making a switch here. Sarge checked in, and both free throws good for Young.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Brooklyn leading by 13. Here's the Beast. You know, his offensive production has certainly been there, averaging 32 a game.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
Pass to Riley. Here's Timmerman. He's covered by Reeves. Young with the bucket. Young's got 11 points.
Well, you could see Trae Young right there feeling out where the defense was, and then he found that pocket in the mid-range, and he rose up and knocked it down.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
Here's Timmerman. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Timmerman's gotten his second bucket on the night.
The simple bounce pass works at any level, including the highest level.
Pass to the Beast. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Nets lead by 15.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
So both teams making some changes here. Now Sarr. Young from long range. Oh, that's what he does. Trae Young knocking down a 3.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
Here's the Beast. 26 points for him. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
It's Sarr with a drive. Takes one from 10 feet. And again, it's Washington.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Outside Hart. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. The Beast. And he throws it down with one hand.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
Now here's Young. It's Sarr, high post. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got his 5th assist in this one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on...
Group substitution here for Brooklyn. The Wizards trail by 19. On the floor for Brooklyn. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's the Beast in at the point.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
George passes to Hardaway. Launches it. Kept alive by Washington. Yes, sir! Count it!
Well, that's just a mistake on defense. No one got a body on him.
Here's the Beast. Antetokounmpo outside. Into the lane. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Outside Young. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Here's the Beast. Guarded by Young. With the drive. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Here's Riley. The free ball is down.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Nets.
They made a point to get some good looks.
Yes, they were able to pound the ball inside. I love it.
And this will give them win number 32 on the year so far.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for the Beast.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Now Antetokounmpo. There's 38 seconds left in the 4th. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
Now Young. It's money from deep. Let's loose for 3. Buries it from outside.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Al...
Just got off the phone with the trading card people and no, one lucky fan and discerning investor can buy the special one-of-one card with the NBA logo from my jersey, or good game, MP. So I know you're wondering, MP, how are you gonna top?
Everything good, MP?
Probably guys that are exclusive, less than 100 fans in the crowd.
Hey, how's it going, MP?
Do you think I'd be a good mascot?
For this team?
Yeah.
In that suit?
Yeah.
In this arena?
Yeah, in this arena, this suit, and for this team.
Not really, no.
You're wrong. You're really wrong. Are we 12? Sounds like a lot of sugar. Dude, come on, it's great, I promise. You gonna cut off the crust too?
MP, how you feeling?
Hey, nice streaming. Come on Discord, Chris_120,505.
Get after it, MP.
And Stan, talking about this matchup for a second, when it comes to moving the ball, These two teams have to be considered two of the very best at it.
Couldn't agree more, Kevin. Both of these groups, very selfless. Got to give a lot of credit to these coaching staffs for getting their guys to buy in on a team-first mentality. That makes for some tremendous team chemistry. And by the way, it wins a lot of games, too.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The small and power forward are Reza Shea and Johnson. Howard is out there with Ward. And it's Messi in at the center. Locking down the middle. Here's the Beast, following the three by Atlanta. To the inside, and to Antetokounmpo. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, that's the touch of Giannis. We've seen it improve so much over his career.
Here's Ward. No good from outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Furphy. Now here's Giannis. And the three ball is good. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points so far.
Well, if you followed Giannis's career, you know how much work he's put into extending his reach.
You know, Stan, there are so many things to like about Giannis Antetokounmpo's game. What sticks out most for you?
Well, look, I think, Kevin, most fans are going to say what sticks out is the obvious, his size and his athletic ability. But to me, what really stands out is the energy and intensity he brings on a nightly basis, as much or more than any star in this league. You can count on him every night to play as hard as anyone on the floor.
And the Hawks with possession here after the miss from the Beast. 5 to shoot. Johnson sets the screen for Howard. It's good from long range.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Here's the Beast. He had 25 points last game. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And there's the drive.
A fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the 76ers put on a show. He had 25 points and helped their cause with 4 rebounds as well. He seemed to be everywhere out there doing whatever he could to help his team. Guys?
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Howard, good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The Beast passes to Sabonis. Now, Antetokounmpo. Down low. Here's the Beast. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. And that's now 6 points for the Beast.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
The Atlanta making some changes. Diabate's checked in, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Howard. The Hawks leading. Pass to Messi. Now Reza Shea. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Alexander Walker. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Doncic.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Atlanta with the rebound. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Well, they shot it well because of how selfless they were. You need that kind of chemistry and cohesion on the road.
So it's the Hawks now. After the miss from the Beast, offensive rebound. It one-handed. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Here's Rizachet. Here's Ward. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Banks. Josh Hart comes in for Foster. And it's the Beast in for Traore. Here's the Beast. Jordy defending.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow. Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
On the court right now for the Hawks. Zachary Rizachet out there with Howard. Then it's Jalen Johnson. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Doherty in at the 1. Here's the Beast. Doherty defending. And they pick up 2. And now it's an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Alexander-Walker. Now Rizachet. Johnson sets the screen for Rizachet. Clock at 6. Shot to stop the run. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's the Beast. Doherty defending. Here's the Beast. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Atlanta calls timeout. Stan, you, and well, your whole family, masters of defensive coaching. So with that in mind, what makes a great defender?
Wow, that is a great question, Kevin, and a complicated one in a lot of ways. Number one, length and athletic ability really help you. Guys who can move their feet and have great length can cover up a lot of mistakes. But then there's the fundamentals and your ability to move your feet and great focus and determination.
On defense, the Hawks, after the made shot from the Beast. It's stolen. Here's Ward. He also had a big impact in that win against the Bucks. Pass to Howard. Back to Alexander-Walker. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 6 to shoot. Here's Ward. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor. Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Demon. Yves Missi, he's checked in for Atlanta. Jalen Johnson comes in for Alexander-Walker. Here's the Beast. He's got 16. Here's Giannis with the slam.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Howard against Doncic. Howard misses.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
The Beast passes to Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
Reza Shea wide open. Good on the three-point shot. And so it's Brooklyn, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get
Their second unit's been outstanding. Even with the starters on the bench, this team didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, tonight, everybody. And moving on, let's take... That is more than enough.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
We've got Demon. Sabonis is out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's the Beast, and it's Furphy in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey guys, Jalen Johnson great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers. I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those. Guys?"
Okay, Allie, we thank you. And the shot goes in. Sabonis has got his first points of the night.
Just like his dad in his time, Domantas is polished and disciplined.
And you talk about the best center in the league, Sabonis certainly, Stan, is in that group.
He sure is, Kevin, the second Sabonis to be in that group. And look, this guy can do it all. He is one of the best passing bigs in the league. He's one of the best rebounding bigs in the league. And he can shoot the ball on the perimeter. A tough guy to deal with.
So it's Atlanta now, following the bucket by the Nets. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Howard with it. He has 7. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Reza Shea. Count that one. Reza Shea has got his second bucket tonight.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Kicks it out to Johnson. And it's off from three-point range.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's the Beast. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Nets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Nets. And with so many teams, Stan, filling roster spots with rookie contracts, the importance of drafting well continues to rise.
Well, absolutely it does, Kevin. The quicker you can get those guys up to speed and helping you on their rookie contracts, where they're at least relatively lower priced, helps your salary cap situation, helps you fill out the roster with quality play.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
Serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Here's Ward. Got a piece of it.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here he goes.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Atlanta calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Brooklyn making some changes. Josh Hart comes in for Domantas Sabonis. And it's Traore in for Demon. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Alexander Walker's checked in. Pass to Ward. Back to Alexander Walker. There's the screen. Shot clock at 5. And he banks in the layup.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's the beast. He's got 24. Pass to Hart. Traore. Nailed from three-point land. Traore's got his first 3 points of the game.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Reza Shea. 8 points for him. A shot by Messi, no good.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Come around.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The base passes to Hart. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
And that's just carelessness.
Teams will make substitutions. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. The base passes to Giannis. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
This is why this team loves involving Antetokounmpo in pick and rolls, because the D has no answers for him.
On the court right now for the Hawks. They've got Gordy. Howard is out there with Reza Shea. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. Here's the Beast. Out to Doncic. Banks passes to the Beast. Will stand one expression you hear, foul baiting. Players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this. It only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things. And a lot of times, those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
Now here's Banks. Here's Demon. Drains the three-pointer.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Alexander Walker. And Howard has it in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's the Beast, guarded by Reza Shea. Antetokounmpo. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
He's a true scoring machine. Antetokounmpo never stops attacking. He is just relentless.
Now here's Gordy, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Yves Missi, he's checked in for Oubre. Jalen Johnson comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Ward in for Gardy. Brooklyn's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight, they'll mark win number 37 for them on the...
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Beast.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
And he makes that one.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's the Beast. And stolen by Howard. Pass to Ward. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. So long, everyone.
Good game, MP.
What's going on, MP?
Man, I've been...
They ain't ready, MP. Oh, say does that star-spangled...
And these teams squaring off for the second time in a row, Clark. Do you think things change in terms of strategy?
I think you make minor adjustments, but the biggest component I see in facing the same team is whoever lost has a little bit of a psychological edge to flip the script. So it's harder if you've won that first game sometimes to be able to make it 2 in a row.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Dimon, then it's Domantas Sabonis, and it's the Beast in at the point.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Mitchell. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They're really clicking as a unit. tonight looking for their 11th straight win.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Launches a three, and the Bucks miss again.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Here's the Beast. Check by Mitchell. Screen by Antetokounmpo. The Beast passes to Antetokounmpo. And down it goes. 2 points.
Good luck against Giannis in the paint. Get out of the way is probably your best option.
Outside Coulibaly. They set the pick. Here's Mitchell. And the Bucks miss again.
0 for 4 to start this game. Some of it's execution, and some of it's just bad luck.
Stolen by Mitchell. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's the Beast. Coulibaly defending. Antetokounmpo. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the Bucks was a man on a mission. He ended up with 26 points and did what he always does. He got others involved. So he just poured more fuel on his team's fire and helped them continue this winning streak, a streak they're hoping doesn't end here. Guys?
Allie, we appreciate the update. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. He feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Here's the Beast. You know, his offensive production has certainly been there, averaging 32 a game. It's stolen away. In transition, here come the Bucks. From deep, Mitchell, and it's rejected. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. To stop the drought.
Early on, they haven't shot it well from deep.
Yep, but nonetheless, a cold start from out there, sure, but you can't get discouraged. I mean, if you've got a good look, I think you've got to keep taking them to keep the defense honest.
Bucks trail by 6. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to Turner. Takes the 3. And it's Coulibaly missing. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. Knocked away. Outside Mitchell. Coulibaly on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
30 seconds left to play in the first. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Bilal Coulibaly.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And it's a completely new group for the Bucks. Simons, right side. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Dillingham. Uses the glass on the layup.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. A big difference in shooting percentage.